Okay, so I came to do mostly a response to this comment here and a lot of other comments I've had on this film I reviewed. Miss Emilia Perez, right? Now, in this comment here, you see the citizens of Mexico have claimed to be racist. This is some of the stuff I'm responding to. Did I think this film was racist? When I first saw this film, I didn't see it as a racist film. And now I'm also willing to have a conversation of let's separate the facts. Like with our first fact, I had no awareness to know that this film was directed by someone French. And this was directed by someone French who did not understand Spanish, did not do research on Mexican culture or Latin culture. Then I have her. This is a trans actress. This woman right behind me is the trans actress, the star of Emilia Perez, Miss Carla Sofia. Then gets under siege fire of saying a lot of racist stuff. Supposedly she said certain ignorance regarding other cultures, religions. Okay, that's another red flag. To bring it back all to full circle, Emilia Perez is also a film that has the most Oscar nominations of this year. Now, that also makes me feel like if there's these other things weren't a thing, that alone still would have made this film very controversial. I think when it comes to how the film was made versus the story, of most people, I feel like when I ask them, did you finish watching the story? And I don't hear many yeses. The story of the film, I think, is the bigger importance, at least in this country we call America. I think the message they're trying to get across, in my opinion, in this country was just more awareness on issues within the trans community. Now that we can have a conversation about it being appropriate for Latin cultures and the dialect of how the Spanish was speaking is important nonetheless. But I think there should be something said about our first Oscars where we are having a trans person having the most nominations. I think there's positive in that going in a better direction of different people having different stories told. I want to get that message across. And I don't know if I feel like that's being lost with this film, is that this is a story of giving perspective of a part of society that has a story that most people don't understand in most cases. I know a lot of people aren't fans of musicals. To be honest, this if it wasn't for it being a musical, the Oscars may have not have acknowledged it because the Oscars love musicals. So I think that was a big part of the message. I think that the actress Zoe Saldana came to this project was to bring Americans, because a lot of Americans in America, especially in a world where Donald Trump just acknowledged only two genders. I think there are other things we can look at from a positive aspect versus the negative. Now, how you go about things might have been a failure, but at the end of the day, if the story can give you perspective, I think that's the biggest piece of art we could take from it. Now, could it have been this done differently and better delivery and better effort to respect other cultures? 1000%. But at least let me know in the comments if you have seen this film. Please let me know your thoughts on your opinions, because it is a good discussion to have with some people. And let me know what film you're rooting for this year's Oscar show.